A very warmest welcome to everyone in my new video. Today we are going to talking about Codex Alimentarius Commission International Food Law or Food Code. Okay, Codex Commission, the CAC, Codex Alimentarius Commission, developed in 1962. It is the subsidiary of Food and Agriculture Organization, United Nations and World Health Organization. The joint venture between FAO and WHO to formulate internationally accepted food safety standards for protection of human health and to ensure fair trade practices. Codex Alimentarius impacted quality and safety of world food supply, upgraded a standard for manufacturing, processing, safety and quality throughout world, increased international trade 800% since 1962, contributes to lowering of trade barriers and protectionism. Purpose of Codex Alimentarius: to protect consumer health and economic interests and to secure fair trade practices in the food industry. Codex Commission: coordination of all food standards, initiation and supervision of draft standards, finalization of food standards, publication of standards worldwide, amend standard in face of new technology, harmonization of international trade. Differences in food law and standard developed independently can cause barriers to trade between nations, often disguised as health or safety measures but really designed to protect local farm product or consumer misconception. Genetic modification, economic impact statement required since 1979. Member nation required to declare possible economic impact of their standard while in draft form, designed to help prevent trade barriers. GATT and NAFTA is a type of organization. Codex Alimentarius ensure that product compiling with Codex standard can be bought and sold on the international market without compromising health or interest of consumers. Codex standard ensure product is safe internationally. Review of member law based in internationally accepted scientific and technological standard. Food under the Codex: any substance, whether processed, partly processed or raw, which is intended for human consumption and include drink, chewing gum, and any substance which has been used in manufacture, preparation or treatment of food but does not include cosmetic, tobacco or substances used solely as drugs. Structure of Codex Commission: it is intergovernmental body open to all United Nations member nation. Currently 165 member, 98% of world. Executive Committee oversees Commission activities. Chair, 3 vice chairs and 7 others. Secretariats oversees Executive Committee located at Food and Agriculture Organization in Rome. Corresponds with member states re-standards. Codex Committee: Commodities Committee, Fat and Oil. General Subject Committee, Food Additives. Regional Committee, Intra-Regional Matters and Trade. Regional Coordinating Committee, Africa, Europe, Southwest Pacific, Latin America, Caribbean, Near East, North America. Codex Legal Tools: it is Codex Standard, Codes of Practices, Guideline and Recommendations. Codex Standard: food requirement intended to provide consumer with a sound, wholesome food product free from adulteration, correctly labeled and presented. Explicitly quantifies and specifies in acceptable form exactly what is considered to be in compliance with regard to certain commodities. Codex Standard: international acceptance, most important consideration next to safety. Prescribed format used to develop each standard must include name, scope, description, essential composition, quality factor, food additives, contaminants, hygiene, weight and measures, labeling, and method of analysis and sampling. Code of Practices: advisory text is used to all members, designed to assist member in achieving purposes of codex. Individual member decide how to use code, typically describe hygiene requirements that is adequate and acceptable, considered checklist of requirement for enforcement authorities, jurisdictional prerequisites, guideline and recommendation of Codex Alimentarius Commission. So the first point is basic tool used to help member nation in elaboration of their standard to conform to codex, not binding but accepted worldwide, very useful to developing countries. Example, Code of Ethics for International Trade in Food. Commission can make guideline, quasi-binding, that is SPS agreement guideline. Guideline and recommendation, the basic tool used to help member. Now moving to the 17th number slide. Now moving forward, the next step is codex standard. Use hazard analysis critical control point in development of standards, flexible enough to allow members incorporate them into existing legislation, strive for international consensus. Now, incorporate risk analysis method, 8-step procedure to pass a standard, reviewed twice by Codex Alimentarius Commission, twice by member and twice by government and their interested parties. Now, food additives under the codex. Okay, the codex general standard for food additives, any substance not normally consumed as a food on its own and normally constituting a typical food ingredients, whether or not it has any nutritional value, the ingredient, whether or not it has any nutritional value, the international additional of which to food for a technological purpose in the manufacturing or may reasonable be expected to result in it or its byproduct becoming a component of or otherwise affecting the characteristic of such food. Now, food labeling under the codex. Codex general standard for the labeling of packaged food. Recognized labeling as important to both objective of codex. Label is equal to any tag, brand, mark, pictorial or other descriptive matter written, printed, stenciled to a container of a food. Food labeling under Codex Alimentarius. Codex General Guideline on Claims. Codex General Guideline of Nutritional Labeling. Not mandatory unless make nutritional claim. Food labeling requirement under Codex Alimentarius. Name of the food. List of the ingredient in descending order. Net content and drained weight, name and address of manufacturer, country of origin, lot identification, date marking and storage instructions for use. So this is basically a type of thing that will be available on a package of any food materials. Okay, so moving forward, acceptance. Member nation must formally accepted codex standard. Type of acceptance. The first type is full acceptance. Okay, it includes product distributed freely under a standard name if complies with codex standard. Now the second thing is acceptance with a specified variation. Product distributed freely only if complies with a standard and variation. Acceptance. Now the next thing is target acceptance. It includes conforming product distributed freely but a standard not accepted until certain date. Free distribution. It includes replaced target acceptance, free distribution of conforming product so long as complies with national standard. Now the next thing is non-acceptance. It includes country refuses to accept a standard in any form and indicates whether or not it will allow free distribution of codex product. Enforcement of codex standard. Codex regulation not binding until adopted by member. Member ratification of codex standard is mandatory. Violation would then be violation of the member country's national law and punishment accordingly. Codex summary. Codex Alimentarius is designed to ensure international acceptance in terms of quality and their economic interest of consumer and to ensure fair trade practices. A standard based on scientific principles such as HACCP, hazard analysis critical control point, flexible so can be integrated into members national law. SPS agreement, GATT, NAFTA all encourage acceptance of codex standard. Codex reflect international consensus on food law issues. So thank you very much to watching my video about the Codex Alimentarius Commission. If you having any doubt with this presentation, so kindly pin a comment and do a comment in my comment section. I will assuring such of the good things in your comment section. So thank you very much.